Okay, let's talk about King Tyris. I want to start with him because he's one of my favorite characters right now. I love his commanding presence and his certainty. He is just so certain in everything he believes in. And he knows that that certainty is necessary. So it's like a doubling back on itself. It's not that he is so certain, it's that he believes he must be certain. So what am I talking about? The shroud. The shroud that covers Nahor and the whole kingdom, basically. That shroud is their protection. And Tyris has sat over the rule of this kingdom, and now and before him his father sat over the rule of this kingdom, and now it's his responsibility to keep it all together, and he feels the immense weight of that responsibility. It's like a mantle on his shoulders. When I picture Tyris, I picture him with these straight, broad shoulders that are holding the entire weight of the world, and he is just standing strong, holding it all up himself. And I feel like that's his mindset. So when he encounters his daughter, was so amazing. I mean, not when he encounters her, but like when he encounters her at this point in her life, where she is bubbling with curiosity, where everything is a question, everything is a challenge, because she knows that someday this is going to be her responsibility, her job, and she's been sheltered for too long. Her dad doesn't think she's ready, but Salome feels like she's been sheltered for too long. So when he encounters this situation with his daughter, what's so amazing is that he just refuses to believe that Salome would ever disobey him. And I feel like even in the story, you get that feeling yourself, like she wouldn't, because Tyris's will is so absolute. His meaning is so serious and so concrete that, how could you defy him? And if you do defy him, it's not just, disobedience, it's disappointment. And disappointing Tyris feels like it must be the worst thing in the world. It must be the worst thing in the world. And one thing is, I want to evolve his character even more in the future. So that's just a little secret or hint about the book that, Tyris has some evolving that I want him to do, because he's such an interesting character. I feel like he could be even more expanded, than just this role that he had and this position that he had in Riven. I feel like he could be even more expanded into more depth because of that. I don't want to call it a facade. It is who he is through and through. He's that 1950s dad, what it is. He is through and through, but it is something that could crack like a facade. Could it crack? Could it all fall apart? That's the question with Tyris. But he's one of my favorite characters, so I just wanted to talk a little bit about him.